to one of my videos. Today, we're going to be reacting to Death Battle. Specifically, Bakugo versus Reze. Are you guys pumped for this? Because I am definitely pumped for this. I am super excited. Because, to be honest, I like Bakugo. He's a cool character. He got a nice story arc, okay? Anyone who disagrees, then you're lying, okay? You're lying. Anyways, let's get into it.
Well,
Dang.
well, look who's here.
Ooh, okay. Starting off.
Bakugo versus Reze, the god of explosion. Bakugo versus Reze, the god of explosions versus the bomb devil. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
So, who do y'all think can win? Okay? Predict us down in the comments. Right now.
Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
a death battle.
Wiz, there's nothing like the smell of napalm in the morning. The
Yeah,
rush of the
I know that
shockwave,
feeling.
the flash of combustion. I love it when stuff goes boom.
Boom.
And no one knows that feeling better than Katsuki Bakugo. When your name literally means powerful bomb, it's no wonder he was born with the quirk explosion. He lets Bakugo create humongous kabooms from his palms. I can only dream of having hands that rad. Quirks are genetic superpowers that most humans are born with. Bakugo inherited his quirk from his parents. Specifically, it was a combination of his father's combustible acid sweat and his mother's glycerin skin secretions. Making Bakugo sweat basically like nitroglycerin, and the more he sweats, the bigger the booms. His parents basically made the perfect kid, absolutely oozing with shonen main character energy. Bakugo felt similarly, so much so that he started bullying his childhood friend who happened to be born without a quirk. Yeah, okay, he's kind of a snot-nosed turd sometimes, but come on, Wiz, the kabooms!
Boom.
They're so cool. Quirks are a natural biological feature of a person's body. In the same way that we don't really think about walking or breathing, Bakugo's explosions became like any other limb, especially with his rigorous training. Bakugo quickly picked up on how to use his explosions to obliterate anything in sight, block attacks, launch himself around, and quickly maneuver in midair at hypersonic speeds, which requires a ton of focus and on-the-fly calculations. And despite getting this incredibly dangerous quirk when he was 4, he somehow never killed himself or anyone else that we know of. Bakugo was truly a prodigy, destined for greatness. And his only goal was to surpass Japan's number one superhero and his personal idol, All Might. In Bakugo's mind, the only person who wins no matter what. Absolute victory. No problem for the main character. Except Katsuki wasn't the protagonist that he thought he was.
Called it, guys. I called it.
That would be Izuku Midoriya, the quirkless child Bakugo bullied. In truth, he was threatened by Izuku's tenacity despite being quirkless. Really? That crybaby's the main character?
Yeah.
Well, Bakugo's inferiority complex would only get worse when Deku somehow...
I don't like that he eats hair. I just don't like that he eats hair. I know it's just King Powers, but still, it's pretty gross.
Landed a quirk that was just as cool, and both were accepted to the same superhero high school, UA High. There, he would learn to be a superhero and fully develop his ultimate moves. Like flying through the sky faster than sound with turbo speed, blinding people with stun grenade, focusing his blasts into armor-piercing shots, or making a big-ass tornado of death. The howitzer impact involves Bakugo spinning himself in midair with his explosions, building up a tremendous amount of swirling oxygen, and then igniting it all for one hell of a boom. He's pretty smart when it comes to strategizing mid-fight. He even developed new techniques for his quirk faster than Deku did. UA High also aided Bakugo's development by preparing him with his iconic Grenadier bracers, gauntlets that allow him to store up his...
I call them grenades on arms. That's what I call it, guys. Okay, that's his official name.
Sweat, gross, for prolonged bouts, or to release all of it at once in a single massive blast.
He's also got his hero suit, which helps him sweat faster in order to build up stronger attacks. Or the straight panzer, these badass turrets mounted to his back that store his sweat as ammo. With all of that, it wasn't long before Bakugo made his hero debut, called the Bombshell Hero, Great Explosion Murder God, Dynamite.
Yeah.
I dig it. The more colons, the merrier.
But despite some early wins, Bakugo failed to live up to his own sky-high expectations.
Damn.
He had the makings of a great hero, if only he could get out of his own way and
Yeah.
put the team before his ego.
Especially when he was kidnapped by the League of Villains, ultimately leading Bakugo to blame himself for All Might's retirement. Something needed to change.
So he vented
Yeah.
his frustrations in a slugfest with Deku and realized something crucial. That the kind of absolute victory that defined All Might wasn't victory for himself, but victory for everyone.
He was starting to become the prodigy everyone knew he could be. I mean,
Yeah.
even while he was unconscious, he kept analyzing the fight he was in and coming up with counters. Somehow,
Bakugo's powerful enough to shatter Todoroki's heaven-piercing ice wall,
Ah.
fast enough to keep up with villains like Shigaraki, who can
Ooh.
catch light beams, and tough enough to survive, well,
being dead? Yep, you heard us. Bakugo was killed, dead as a doornail. And then a single bead of sweat floating through his bloodstream detonated and restarted his heart. If that isn't main character plot armor, I don't know what is.
Yeah, me
his
neither.
stamina is perhaps the craziest thing about him. After all, he is tanking the recoil of all of his explosions.
Even with the overuse of his blasts literally tearing his body apart, he kept trying to make him stronger, and eventually his quirk awakened.
Essentially, when a quirk evolves to become stronger. Now, by condensing his explosions into smaller and more powerful clusters, Bakugo could enhance all of his techniques.
The
Cluster
Howitzer
bomb.
Impact Cluster, a stunning achievement in the field of explosionology, or kaboom theory for the layman.
Powerful enough to
Yeah.
shatter the side of a mountain, or blow apart Yuehai itself. Judging by the school's size, we can estimate Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster yielded over 300 kilotons of TNT.
Given
Damn.
Bakugo's whole deal is explosions, it makes sense to science out what a ton of TNT actually is. It's literally the energy contained in 1,000 kilograms of trinitrotoluene.
A chemical compound composed of hydrogen, nitrogen,
I'm not even learning about this stuff yet. What the fuck?
oxygen, and carbon.
That's the recipe for kabooms. Now, imagine a pile of TNT as big as the Empire State Building
Oh my fudge.
blowing up all at once. That's Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster.
And these explosions can launch him so fast, it's like time stands still around him.
Like when he covered a huge part of this city in a fraction of a second, almost 400 times the speed of sound.
And that's not all. Now he can detonate his sweat remotely and from all over his body, not just his palms.
With all of this crazy bullshit, Bakugo became one of the strongest heroes on Earth, enough to battle and defeat All Might's lifelong arch nemesis, All for One. Yeah, that's the main villain. Who's the protagonist now, Deku?
Bakugo literally and figuratively surpassed his childhood idol and proved his mettle as a hero.
Number 5 on the rankings and rising. Not bad, Kachan.
But more important than proving it to his friends, to All Might, or even to Deku, he proved it to himself.
Yeah, whatever.
Cool.
Take that, losers! Sickest quirk in the world over here! Dynamite! Dynamite! Dynamite!
Have you heard that's great explosion murder god dynamite?
Wiz, what happened to you? You look funny and squishy.
I'm over here, Boomstick. That's the new Death Metal plushie from U2's, and it's available to order right.
Oh, like the one they made of me a year ago. You got jealous, didn't you?
What? No, mine's way cuter. Look at it.
No, it
And
is
you can get one
cuter.
by clicking the link.
Ah, they forgot to color one of your arms.
Boomstick, I have a metal arm. I always have. Oh, and if you order it, there's a chance you might get a special version with a gold arm.
That's actually kind of awesome.
You definitely want one.
Oh, fine. Yeah, I do, okay? Shut up about it.
Click the link below to order one for yourself. It's only available for a limited time, and after that, it will never be available again. So don't miss out.
So why are they always with these popular YouTubers making YouTube splashes? Making limited time. Why? There's no point.
Death, war, famine, conquest.
Dang.
Humanity has been plagued by all
Gosh,
manner of ills since they first crawled out of the primordial ooze. In the world of Chainsaw Man, there is nothing to fear but fear itself.
Because fear itself is real.
Dude. I forget the zombies. The zombies were so weak.
And they're called devils.
Literally devils from hell. These monstrous beings are the living embodiments of humanity's worst nightmares, and their power is directly proportional to that fear.
So the chicken devil might be so weak you could keep him as a class pet, like, you know, a chicken. But what about the bat devil, or the ghost devil, or the devil embodying man's fears of one of the greatest weapons it's ever created, the bomb devil?
Do you want to watch anime for free on your phone? Let me guide you step by step. This app allows you to watch over 100,000.
Bomb devil.
Little is known about the origins of the bomb devil's current host, Reze, if that even is her real name.
She might look cute and kawaii, but she's actually a Soviet assassin trained from birth to be one of the deadliest killers on the planet. Basically a Black Widow. A cold and lonely existence for anyone, but quadruply so in a world as effed up as this.
But all Reze wanted was a safe, normal, quiet life.
Damn.
As much a fable to her as Aesop's country mouse.
Too bad! You are now a walking, talking explosive. Have fun.
Boom.
At some point, the girl known as Reze was implanted with a fragment of the bomb devil and became a hybrid. A human possessing a devil's powers without sacrificing their humanity, transforming their body into a living weapon.
As a hybrid, Reze's strength and speed are way crazier than a normal human's. And with her martial arts training, she's a force to be reckoned with up close. Also, Wiz, check out the bomb for a head.
Someone like Reze would eat you alive, literally. Should devils like Reze take any damage whatsoever, they can heal by consuming blood.
And that lets hybrids survive some pretty insane stuff, like having their limbs torn off, getting bisected clean in half, or being roasted alive. Just slurp some blood and they're good as new.
Especially useful considering the bomb devil's primary ability is literally blowing herself up. Reze can emit explosions from any surface of her body.
Yeah. Bakugo might lose this, if I'm gonna be honest. Just based off, like, what we've seen.
Even tearing off limbs and turning them into bombs that she can detonate at will.
Damn, that's hardcore. She can use these blasts to jet through the sky at hypersonic speeds, maneuver and redirect herself in midair, and enhance the strength and speed of her blows.
Or Reze can send sparks that can ignite the atmosphere in explosions that tear apart entire cities. Making herself stronger, the more fear her wanton destruction creates.
As long as the area around her is dry enough to maintain ignition, Reze can create as many explosions as she wants, non-stop.
She can even turn her own body into different types of real-world bombs to massively enhance their power.
Like transforming her leg into a torpedo, or her apron into dynamite. Every single inch of Reze is a living weapon.
This made her feared across the devil world as one of their mightiest warriors, and the perfect choice to assassinate Japan's newly acquired devil hybrid, Chainsaw Man.
You see, you might not think chainsaws are all that scary, at least not compared to bombs, but the Chainsaw Devil is special.
Any devil the Chainsaw Devil consumes becomes deleted from reality.
Okay, I haven't read the manga. Or maybe I should. Because where did all this come from?
Retroactively erased from humanity's collective consciousness.
And here I thought chainsaws were for boring stuff like trees or Texas massacres. Silly me.
This ability makes the Chainsaw Devil the most important being alive and invaluable for any global power to control.
Except instead of meeting the fearsome chainsaw of legend, Reze met Denji, a dumb horny teenage boy just looking for someone.
How dare you calm down? You were smart enough to take Reze to that lake. No, not lake. The ocean.
Anyone to love.
And for once, Reze actually hesitated. Rather than immediately kill her target, she got to know him and found they weren't so different. Both were used as tools of the state, as weapons of war rather than people. A kindred spirit in a hostile world, Denji wanted to drink up as much of the excitement of life as he could. The town mouse to her country mouse.
And thankfully, he was super easy for a pretty face to manipulate.
Okay. No.
In a hostile world, Denji wanted to drink up as much of the excitement of life as he could. The town mouse to her country mouse.
And thankfully, he was super
And why do I find it hot?
easy for a...
Is that just me, or is that might just be me, guys? I don't know.
Pretty face to manipulate.
It wouldn't be the only time.
Ew,
Reze's nothing if not professional, and she gave Denji one parting gift. To teach him the way devils did battle before he died.
As the embodiment of one of the deadliest weapons known to man, Reze's power is off the charts, capable of creating an explosion more than 400 meters in diameter.
Excuse me.
That's over 4 football fields long.
Oh my gosh.
That size, you'd need to be exploding with over 2 kilotons of TNT.
Is that how much more is that than Bakugo's bomb? Because it is like 50 times bigger than he could.
More than comparable to nuclear weapons, which is really impressive considering Reze is not the devil of nuclear bombs. That's apparently an entirely separate thing.
Despite her bombs being technically conventional, they're just that strong.
Likely comparable to other powerful devils like the Gun Devil, who could travel across the world and kill millions of people in 5 minutes.
Gosh.
That'd be over 500 times the speed of sound.
She's even stronger than the Typhoon Devil, a sentient city-spanning storm.
The literal coughing baby to her hydrogen bomb.
The fridge protecting the snacks. Crazy.
Unfortunately for Reze, Denji took her lessons to heart and proved he was more than a fitting host for the Chainsaw Devil.
He whooped her ass, but spared her life, just in case her seduction wasn't a total act after all.
But it wasn't meant to be. Whether Reze chose the safe life of the country mouse or the exciting life of the town mouse, there are hungry cats.
No! Oh, yeah. Not a good one. She killed Reze. Well, not.
Everywhere.
Oh, Makima, what I would give to find someone to kill you.
Reze's dreams of freedom were never realized. She simply changed hands from one cold, unfeeling entity to another. And this time, there was no escape. She was a weapon, a symbol of man's bottomless capacity for malice and self-destruction.
A living bomb.
Just questions. Who do y'all think is winning now? I think I'm thinking to win here. Possibly Reze. Bakugo needs to step up. Step up his A game if he wants to win.
The battle's about to start, and I hope you've got something good to hear these kabooms with, like our sponsor, Raycon.
That's right, Raycon. I've been using Raycon for many years now, and they've got everything I need in good earbuds.
And with Mother's Day coming up, this is the kind of gift she'll actually use.
Such as Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds. They're open ear so she can listen to music or podcasts while doing other things.
Like going for a morning walk, running errands, or driving her rocket-powered dune buggy. You know.
Yeah, you know. Mom stuff, you know.
Mom stuff.
The sound stays clear and balanced without feeling closed off from your surroundings, which is such a win-win.
But if that's not enough for you, Raycon's got a bunch of other cool stuff for sale, so I'm sure you'll find something for her. Or for you.
Celebrate the moms in your life. Go to buyraycon.com/deathbattleopen to get 15% off the Essential Open Earbud.
Sick.
Thanks for sponsoring Death Battle, Raycon. We wouldn't be able to have these amazing animations without you.
Go to buyraycon.com/deathbattleopen to get 15% off the Essential Open Earbuds. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
You need to win
it's
this,
time
man.
for a death
Please.
battle!
The animation is fire. Only unemployed.
I got
no distractions. Let's do this. Okay. Bakugo doesn't look like,
to collect your head, Dynamite.
Dang.
Better villains than you have tried, lady. You tell your bosses that after I send you back in a coffin!
The voice acting is top notch, in my opinion. Bird's gonna be cooked.
How would I tell them that if I was already dead? Wow, you're quick.
Shut up and die!
She might eat it. The strength hazard attack. Come on.
Oh, damn! Oh, damn!
Bro. Lock in. Come on, Bob. You're losing them. Horribly.
Oh, it's impact!
God dang! We're building.
Move it or lose it, people!
Save me, Dynamite!
Let go of me!
Boom.
Wait a minute. Let's read the information with you.
Dynamite!
Let go of me!
The 3D animation is fire.
Boom.
Leave them out of this!
Dang. Really torn up.
Leave them out of this!
Thumbnail. There. Now continue. Oh my gosh, he cooked. The background music is fire.
For what it's worth, Dynamite, your blood was delicious.
Ooh. That?
You bit off a bit more than you could chew! My blood isn't the only thing you drank! It's my sweat you should worry about, dumbass!
Oh yeah. Just popcorn?
I'm aiming for absolute victory! Howitzer! Impact! Cluster!
Bakugo logged in. Oh my gosh. Oh wait.
Impact!
Nigga. I have an idea for something. I have an idea. Wait. New thumbnail. Oh my gosh.
Scratch that. Not enough for a coffin.
Bakugo, my man.
KO! Oh, Denji, we're so sorry to hear about your girlfriend that passed away. She gets 5 big booms. Boom! Boom!
Please just shut up.
No,
On the
oh,
surface,
man.
these two seemed evenly matched. So let's break this fight
No,
down into three
Bakugo
categories:
is more
their speed,
powerful.
their stamina, and their firepower.
First up, let's talk speed.
Both Bakugo and Reze could rocket through the sky at hypersonic speeds and maneuver and redirect themselves on a dime in the middle of fights. To the casual observer, at least, they'd seem to be on par with each other.
So we have to look at the people they've fought to compare.
Reze has battled Chainsaw Man, who could match and defeat someone using the Gun Devil's power.
The same gun devil that could literally fly around the world, killing millions of people at over 500 times
Dang.
the speed of sound.
Impressive, but compare that to Bakugo fighting Shigaraki, who could react fast enough to catch light beams with his bare hands.
That's over 1,000 times faster. And that was before Bakugo's quirk awakening that made him even faster than that.
With reaction speed of that caliber, there's little chance Reze could ever get the drop on Bakugo, and would likely be forced to play catch-up in a duel. Speed goes to Bakugo.
However,
Obviously.
speed doesn't matter if one couldn't truly hurt the other. A big part of this fight is their stamina.
Bakugo's durability is mind-boggling. He's survived being impaled through the torso and has even brought himself back to life.
But, unlike Reze, his stamina does eventually hit a limit. Every explosion he makes whittles him down just a little bit more, and uses up more and more of his sweat. Without a break, he can eventually run out.
Whereas Reze can effectively create bombs without respite, and from a distance.
Unlike Bakugo, who usually likes to get up close and
Yeah.
personal.
Furthermore, her devil hybrid physiology gives her an actual regenerative healing factor, allowing her to shrug off the same kind of mortal blows that would eventually kill Bakugo, main character plot armor or not.
If this ever became a war of
He's
attrition,
one of the main characters. He's not the main character.
Reze had it in the bag. Stamina goes to Reze.
However, it's unlikely it would ever get to that point. The biggest factor in this fight was always going to be the
Firepower.
raw firepower.
Explosions! First, we gotta compare their two biggest blasts, Reze's nuclear light bomb against Denji versus Bakugo's howitzer impact cluster.
And the difference is obvious. Based on calculating their sizes, Bakugo's 300 kiloton explosion was over 100 times more powerful than Reze's
Oh. Oh. Okay, I did not know that.
2 kiloton blast.
But that's not all. Remember the Typhoon Devil?
Coughing baby
Yeah.
or not, to create a storm big enough to cover Tokyo's over 2,000 square kilometers, he'd have to be generating more than 400 kilotons of TNT.
Greater than Bakugo, right? But that's not all. Again, Bakugo's howitzer impact once shattered the size of this big-ass mountain.
Sure
And
it
despite
would.
being earlier on in the series, it was ginormous. Almost 3 kilometers in radius.
Or just over 2 megatons of TNT. 5 times more powerful than the Typhoon Devil, and way beyond anything we've seen Reze do.
Oh my
And this was
gosh.
Bakugo before reaching his full power in his fight against All for One. Bakugo takes the final edge in explosions.
And remember, Bakugo withstands the recoil of all his blasts. So even though Reze had greater stamina, Bakugo was more than tough enough to hang on
Yeah.
and get his kill shot, especially with his superior speed.
And devil healing factors can be overtaxed with enough damage. Hell, she needed to drink blood a couple times against Denji just to keep fighting.
Against someone as fast and powerful as Bakugo, she would not get the chance to heal consistently, or perhaps at all.
Huh.
And what happens when devils die? They Bakugo to hell.
The winner is Katsuki Bakugo.
Yes!
No, hero, great explosion, murder, god, dynamite.
My man.
Next time on Death Battle.
Gru versus Megamind. That fight could really go either way. If you only react to that, then hit that like button, subscribe button. It will be peak.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. And don't forget to order your very own Whiz Plush from YouTube's. Click that link below the like button.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. As always, hit that like button, subscribe button if you like this content. Because I'll be making more of this with reactions. I'll make like a One Piece reaction instead. So yeah, if you guys want to stick around for that, hit the like button, subscribe button. And see you next time.